Yes! David!
Hey man, how's it going?
Good man, I'm here
Cool.
with David in Keyboard Corner and we're checking out the RD-2000 and
Yeah.
you know all about it. You're from Roland, Europe, and you're a bloody great piano player. So instead of me waffling on for once, I'm going to pass it over to you and tell me. So the last one that came out, we're talking flagship stuff. RD-800 was the premier beast, and this is the new kid in town, right? Head honcho.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the flagship of the stage pianos. So
Cool.
obviously we have the big furniture pianos and so on, but yeah, this is the flagship of the stage versions.
Nice.
And yeah, compared to the RD-800, this actually has the same weight and size as the RD-800, but still with a metal or aluminum chassis.
Yeah.
Aluminium, whatever you say here.
I like it. I
I'm
like
a foreigner
both.
too.
Sounds cool, man.
So apart from that, we also have, of course, a lot of new features and stuff. For instance, we've doubled the amount of parts we have here. So we have 8 individual parts that you can easily edit and layer and so on really quickly. We have 8 assignable knobs that also do various other things at the same time. And a whole, tons of different sounds inside. We have a lot over 1,100 sounds in it.
Wow. And
Yeah.
so let's start off with the pianos, because you were
Yeah.
playing one there.
Yeah.
Is there anything that the RD-800 took some inspiration, I think, wasn't it from like a V piano? And is that carried on, or is there a change in technology?
Yeah, actually, we have 2 sound engines in
Cool.
this one. So whereas the RD-800 had a Supernatural,
That was it,
we
yeah.
now have a Supernatural and the V piano sound engine. In
Oh,
this
so
one.
legitimately V pianos in there.
Yeah, so 2 completely
Whoa,
different
cool.
sound engines. So if we can just press one touch piano, and which is an easy shortcut to
Yeah.
do whatever just to play one sound basically. And then we can choose different pianos. So if we listen to, first of all, we have the Supernatural here. You see there's
the
a little...
ascent,
Yeah, so we can now listen to the Supernatural upright piano.
Nice.
But then if we go to the concert grand, here's a hotkey to the stage grand, which is now the V piano sound.
Okay,
engine.
let's have a listen.
So completely.
Yeah, it
different
sounds
types
very
of,
different. So
yeah.
what's going on there? Supernatural, that's kind of a lot of sampling going on.
Yeah.
And the V piano, is that completely model, or is that still using?
Yeah, exactly. So the Supernatural, like you say, is part sampling, part modeling, whereas the V piano is full modeling.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's I have really completely different dynamics in the V piano. So you have
Yeah.
very smooth and seamless.
So instead of a recording, it's an algorithm that's kind of, you've mathematically created a piano.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
you can do all the, because I used to love the thought of the kind of unrealistic pianos in V piano. Can you do that? Have you got the V piano editing? Where you...
Yeah, we have the V piano editing, and so we can, for instance, individually, tune every single key on the piano.
That's it, cool.
Yeah, and but yeah, you have basic PCM samples as well in here.
Right.
Yeah, so you can get.
Nice. Okay, we just had a listen to the concert, the 2 engines in the piano side.
Yeah.
Let's just have a listen to some of the E pianos. This first one you brought up sounds luscious.
Yeah,
I
so
must
this
say.
is the 1975 Tiny P.
All
So
right.
it's supernatural, sort of modeling EP there. So it's not just
a lot of warmth
not
there.
just completely sample based. Yeah, and also completely new actually in this one. We have a modeled RD-2000. Are you familiar with that one?
I've seen it. I have never owned one.
Yeah, this is a really, really old school electric piano. So like, mechanical electric piano. So.
Oh yeah.
So this kind of
Bruce Hornsby.
Yeah, that sort of that sort of vibe, definitely. Yeah, and of course, then we have a bunch of the conventional sounds as well, strings and basses.
Quite familiar. Yeah, so a lot of innovation on the piano side. Where else do you think that it's taken a leap from the RD-800? Because you're saying where else?
So some new features we have. We have a built-in audio interface now, so that is not only a built-in audio interface, but of course full MIDI control and the audio interface together, which makes a really nice live performance instruments and also for the studio as well. So if you look at the parts here, we have 8 separate parts.
Yeah.
And you see this one is green, that one is red. So red means internal, whereas green is actually external. So I can switch that really easily on and off when I'm using, for instance, Ableton, which I have rigged up here.
Wow! So I could, and the same would apply for like main stagey stuff. Do you think?
Yeah, of course.
So anything coming from an external source,
anything that uses the audio interface and receives and sends MIDI.
And this gives you the audio out, so you don't have to have a separate audio interface.
Yeah, exactly.
So one keyboard on your laptop. Oh, dreamy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I gigged with a laptop, and then I'd take I had an Apogee Duet, and then I had like an RME I'd take around.
Yeah.
But just another bit of kit, really. I would have loved to have done away with, so I could have just had one of these in my laptop.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all you need.
Well,
so
I could, because it's brand spanking new.
Yeah.
This is the future.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. We know that it works well with the external stuff because it's got the inbuilt audio interface. At the moment, you've got set up something internally there, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. So the red means means internal. So now we're listening to the internal sound engine, some strings there, and
let's check out something external.
Yeah. So I'll just mute that one and go to number 5, which is set to external. Yeah. You can set anyone to internal and external the way you want.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, so now we're actually listening to a pad from Ableton. But if I mute this, it goes off.
And can you put the two together?
Huh?
I know you
Of course, yeah. So just do that.
That's so good.
So now you have both an Ableton pad and the internal strings. And the cool thing here is these sliders send and receive MIDI as well, so I can actually control the level of my Ableton track.
What?
So this is not an audio channel. This is just done via MIDI. So because all the audio is just one stereo track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just, you can see actually the sliders moving in the So and thanks to the fact that I have 8 assignable knobs here, I'll just set the knobs to assign there.
Yeah.
Then I can also control any parameters I want with my 8 now completely assignable knobs. So in this case, I'll just choose channel number 5 and I can control the filter in Ableton. And of course, over here I have another external track, which happens to be a little arpeggio thing.
Sweet.
Controlling the filter of that there. And then, of course, again, put it all together. And so on. Yeah, so really good for... I
see a lot of applications, not only for live guys, but in the studio, to get you away. I think we were talking briefly earlier about this kind of new age where people want to get away from the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that.
Yeah, you don't need the screen. You just have everything right here.
And have your favourite sounds all there. It's
yeah.
Cool. And I know I think you've already said it, but these you could have 8 parts internally as well. So could I stack 8 internal voices?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I just hold the shift button and press any channel, and it will alternate between
big old
green
sounds.
and red. Yeah. So you can store anything or combine anything you want.
So you're doing pretty interesting stuff there. Okay, so we've just had a lovely demonstration how with this new audio interface you've brought in external sounds from your laptop, mangled them all together, played them, sounded cool.
Yeah.
There's a lovely little phrase, harmonic bar.
Yeah.
Now, what does that allude to?
So of course that refers to the organ. So if I just go one touch piano, press organ, now I have just a pure organ there. Nice. And we go into to the harmonic bar, and now we actually have the virtual drawbars for the organ here. So we can just set it any way we want.
Like it. I like it with the LEDs other than the screen, because the RD-800 had the colour screen.
Oh yeah, right.
But in some ways that's a bit clearer, more familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming from a Swedish environment as yourself with the Nord, I'm used to those LEDs, so I get that. That's cool. And the key parts of a Hammond sound, percussion, is all listed there. So it's basically that's your Hammond organ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you have modulation effects, amp simulator and so on.
Sweet.
You want to add some Leslie and stuff like that. Presumably you want to use the mod wheels here. We have 2 new assignable mod wheels as well. So
that's nice. I didn't see that. Yeah, because I love the pitch stick, the combo, but that's a really. I think you must have been listening to customers because they're always like, "I'd love a separate mod wheel."
Yeah.
And you got it. Now, what if I wanted you layer the sound internally, externally there? Mm-hmm. Is there quick ways to layer these sounds together?
Yeah, actually, apart from just going to a track and selecting it like this, you can also do it via this special thing here, just pressing a bunch of buttons basically at the same time. So if I want to go, okay, I want to layer a piano with an EP and a clav and a string, then I have that already.
And you can, and
it's already layered those 4 sounds, and now
Love it.
I can of course do the fine adjustments like mixing and so on.
Woo.
And all of this, when you're done setting your perfect program in, you can save all of this as one program. So it's basically like just loading one patch, and it will set all of the sounds and external settings and so on for you.
Like workstation-y functionality, because before you'd have to buy a workstation keyboard to get that level. That's why I was intrigued about 8 parts. The fact that you just hit it all, it's so simple, because sometimes in even back to the old Phantoms and things like that, you're kind of loading it into a screen, but you've made it really simple. And for people who are like not into menus, that might be a thing for them. I'm waffling on. Anyway, what about the action here? What action have we got?
Oh yeah, that's actually interesting, because on this one we have the PHA 50 action. So this is our top level that you can normally only find on the LX series pianos and so on.
Which
so
are the
more
big
luxury
home pianos. Yeah.
So you have the full PHA 50 here, which is actually it's a plastic core, but there's wood on the outside.
Yeah.
So you have the authentic wood feel, obviously, because it is wood.
Yeah.
But inside there's plastic, so you get the sort of more stability of the plastic. And
nice.
Yeah.
Like
so and then if you look, you can see here.
That's real wood.
Yeah.
It's giving me wood. I'll tell you, are there any other little bits because that's all the new stuff. We wanted to cover in this video essentially what's new about it. And obviously have David play, and I'll have a play on it in a minute, and we'll cut that all together. But I think that we should leave it. Is there a demo mode on here by any chance? Like, is there like a demo?
Yeah, there is actually. I've never tried it.
Oh, let's try it. You've never tried it? This is live! Come
on. Okay, so...
What should we do? Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Well, we're going to leave you. Like, we're going to walk out this video to this. We're going to waltz out. And then we're going to come back and leave you with some clips. Thanks, David. Thanks for being here with the RD-2000. Shibuya! Let's go.